Hey guys, Josh Lehman here with Apple News and Smarter Than Technology. We're reviewing today the new DJI Osmo Mobile 2, just a few short months after I reviewed the DJI Osmo Mobile 1. This came out of left field, but I was glad to get it. It is super duper slick. They reduced the weight of it and they added a non-removable battery, so instead of you getting the little paltry 4 hours that you were getting before, now you're getting closer to 15 hours on a single charge. It charges by USB instead of the 3.5 millimeter charger they had before, which is a lot better. They removed the trigger off the back of the unit, so now you don't have to mess with that trigger to do your zoom. It has a zoom button on the left side. You just tap the macro button and automatically track your subjects. If you use the DJI Go software, it has a really slick facial tracking feature, and one of the best features that it has, which is a carryover from the DJI Mobile 1, is that you can now do these super 330-degree panoramas, which is nice because if you put it on a tripod or you're holding it, then it gets everything but basically your face in it, and it's really, really slick. It stitches everything together, comes out perfectly level. The only thing that I've noticed is there is a problem a little bit with the picture stitching where you'll see difference in light and it looks like it's being stitched together, but other than that, it's pretty good. The facial tracking software, which is what I'm using right now, you can see, I've got the DJI Osmo Mobile on a base right now, and the facial tracking software, it's pretty slick, follows you pretty much anywhere, and it's good. The only major complaint that I would say there is on this piece, to me, is that it's the software piece. It's their old software, and they did add iPhone 10 support, but they didn't add the video functionality that the iPhone 10 and 8 Plus have, and not being able to record in 4K 60 is kind of annoying in their native software, but they did improve a little bit of the image optical stabilization, and that's a little bit better. I still prefer to use the native camera app with this. The only thing you lose is the facial tracking, obviously. But once they add the 60 frames a second in, I would probably be willing to use their native app because it's pretty good. The only thing I don't like about the native app is that, and there's a lot of complaints on the DJI forum about it, is that if you forget to save your work to your camera roll after you're done shooting, you can lose your data. It seems that their cache seems to clear itself every once in a while, and when it does, then you can lose everything you did. So make sure if you're going to use this, guys, that you save everything to the camera roll from the home screen and the editor if you're using the DJI app. Otherwise, like I said, I use the native app because the optical stabilization is a good amount better to me, and I'd rather mess with that. But I took it to Disneyland the other day for my review and shot some beautiful video. I learned a lesson not to take it on faster roller coasters because I did that with the first DJI Osmo Mobile, and I think I'd screwed up the engines on it because it was spinning around so fast. So this time I did it on slower moving rides just to give it some good tests. And the video came out beautiful. It's about as close to professional video as you could shoot from an iPhone, or an Android works with this, obviously, if you have one of those. I personally think that for $130 as opposed to the $300 this thing started out with the DJI Osmo Mobile 1, $130 is a no-brainer. It does not qualify as a selfie stick, so you can take it into theme parks. It doesn't extend at all. They do make tripods that work with this, obviously. They don't have all the accessories that they had for the first one yet, but they're working on it, I'm sure. But overall, this is a great piece. You guys are going to love it. It's easy to use. Make sure when you get it, that's the only thing that's difficult, is you've got to learn to balance the phone. Plug the phone, into the new cradle for it, which is not done with a wheel to tighten it like it was on the first one. This one has a clamp like a cell phone holder in your car. Put it in there, tighten the adjustment wheel until the phone balances on its own, and once it's balanced on its own, you're ready to go. But if you don't do that, you'll regret it. So it literally takes you 30 seconds, and that 30-second move is going to save you guys a lot of effort. Anyways, I'm very, very satisfied with this piece. Stay tuned. I've got HomePod reviews coming up. And once again, this is Josh Lehman for Smarter Than Technology and Apple News. And go rush out and get yourself a DJI Osmo Mobile 2. You guys are going to love it.